Hey all, Bear here bringing you Captain Tsubasa Dream Team, and today I would like to go over the new characters, evaluation as always. Starting off with Dream Collection Jito and the new characters that got the passives. So let's move on to the Excel. I've already done it in Japanese. So first of all, Jito. This one right here. So some texts are in Japanese, but on the left is the raw data, the raw figures, right? So if you look at the figures, of course he's a defender, so all his defensive stats are what you should focus on, and he has everything above mid 6,000s, which adds up to 19,610. So that's like Dream Collection figure, as always, right? Like characters like Alberto, Akai, Soda, yeah, these characters, they all have somewhere around like 18k to 20k. So just like the other Dream Collection characters, he has the same level of figures. And as for physical, he has 17,330, which is like the same as the usual Dream Collection again. And everything, if you look inside, are really evenly balanced at around mid 5,000 or late 5,000s. Yeah. But what's unique or different from the other Dream Collections in the past is everything is really evenly balanced among the three stats, whether tackle, interception, and block, or the physical figures. So when you add these figures up to show the actual figures, including a physical, if you look at the middle row, you'll know that everything is at around mid 9,000s. And as for, by the way, the offensive stats, everything is around beginning early 7,000s. And but what's, as you guys already know, is what's so strong about this Jito is the Insight Master 75% boost when you read the opponent's move. And when you add that up, look at the right row. It's a monster character. I mean, look at his offensive stats. I thought offensive stats weren't that good, but if you add the 75%, he'll look like a Dreamfest. I don't know who, but like even better than Schneider or Santana. All the offensive stats, right? Of course, shot might be better for Schneider and Santana, but normally even these strong characters don't have everything on its 12k, right? But he does if you add the 75%. And because he's a defender, his defensive stats all exceed 16,000, or it's around the mid 16,000s. And everything is really evenly balanced. And as I said, even characters like Fest Schneider or Fest Santana, who are supposed to be super strong in the game as of today, have like 13,000 shooting power, and that is including their passive, the what I forgot, type link. Yes. So they'll, even for those characters, they could only reach 13k for shot, but with him it reaches 16k. So if you read the opponent's move right, this Jito will stop everything. This Jito will stop everything. That's how strong. I'll tell you that much. And as for team skill, it's not that good. It's only toughness type all parameter boost by 7%. That's like usual stuff, right, from the past. So I don't think it's something to evaluate for him. But because of this Insight Master, thanks to this Insight Master 75% boost, if you're able to read the opponent's move right, you get, whatever you do, whether tackle, interception, or block, you get 16k. And especially for block, he has S rank block. So when you multiply that, it's in Japanese, but on top where it says level 1, this is block for collection Jito. And on second column where it says level 99 is also block when you do this guy's new block, right? At his Insight Master stats, 16k. So when you multiply that, even at level 1, he'll have 41.6k is the actual global or overall block power at level 1. And if you max out this skill, he will have 73.3k. Okay, how strong this is if you compare it with Schneider on top, Schneider's shot. If you do Fest Schneider Neil Fire shot at level 1 with his super strong shooting stats, he'll have 35.9k at level 1. 35.9. So this Jito will exceed that super strong Schneider by like 5,000k at the same level 1. So I'm not exactly sure if this Schneider's Nail Fire will be the strength of the Nail Fire will be 312 at level 20, but I assume it's gonna be somewhere around there if you level this Nail Fire to level 20. And even if you do that, and let's say it's 312, it's supposed to be somewhere around 312. His actual shooting power will be 41.5k. That is around the same as Jito's block at level 1. Of course, including the Insight Master stat, but still, let's say for example you match up, whenever Jito matches up against opponent forward, there is of course occasions where Jito will only be the defender, but many, because I know most of you have already experienced this, but there are many occasions where the opponent forward will be matched up against your defender, two or more of your defenders at the same time. Like for example, if you're going with red toughness type team, let's say you have someone like Fest Bunnak or Fest Kaots or whoever, and you match up against the opponent Schneider with, for example, Fest Bunnak and this collection Jito at the same time. Because Bunnak is so strong at interception, you'll probably do interception to avoid Schneider's pass, right? So after that, all Jito have to think of is tackle and block, because you know that Bunnak could get Schneider's pass if he passes, right? That means you only have to choose out of 2, and if you match up with 3 defenders, then you could basically block whatever he chooses, the opponent chooses, right? So when it comes to when Insight Master is for defender, it's really useful. It's really useful because of the case I just mentioned. You could match up against the opponent with several characters at the same time, and when that happens, right, you could block all the moves per each character, and then it's gonna be easier for you to guess what to cover for this Jito, right? Yeah, so it's really useful. Although it looks like you have to choose out of 3, it's really not that hard for defender, I think. Yeah, and as you can see here, when you choose the right option, and let's say if that is the block, even for Fest Schneider, who's supposed to be super strong, or if it's Fest Santana, it's the same story. Even at like probably level 25 Neo Fire, it's only gonna be around 43k. If I might be wrong with this calculation, 323, which is the shooting power that I'm approximately guessing. It's supposed to be Schneider's overall shooting power is supposed to be 43k, and even against that, I think Jito's block level 1 will get this. Yeah, that means, by the way, on the bottom is the Fest Napoleon, and his shooting stats is supposed to be 11,534 alone. And if you have Pierre with this Fest Napoleon, his shooting power will be 12,687. And even with Pierre, this Fest Napoleon at level 1 cannon burst shot will be 32.3k. That is way below this Jito's block at level 1. So at level 30, it's going to be 312. And when that happens, his overall stat will be, shooting power will be 39.5k. Even with that, Jito's block wins at level 1. Right? So Jito will take it if you read Napoleon's option or choice. Even at level 99, man, it's only, well, it's not only, but it's 57,000, right? But with this Jito, I haven't calculated it, but probably if you raise this guy's block to like level 40 or something, he'll probably get it, I assume. I don't know how strong this guy's 40 will be, but my point is, even if Jito's skill level is much lower than the opponent's skill level, he'll get it because of the 75% boost. Of course, that's if you choose the right option, but still. And same story for everything, interception and tackle too, because as I said earlier, all his stats are really evenly balanced. Everything is on 16k. So yeah, whatever you do, it's the same thing. But one thing is, of course, it would be best for you to put all S rank skills. He already has main S rank block skill from the beginning. So for those who have the S interception Jito and S tackle Jito, which is the fast, if you're able to put all these teach all these skills to him so that he has all 3 types of defending skills at S rank, he will be a real big beast for sure. It's gonna be really annoying for the opponent because you don't know. It's gonna be really about luck. And as I said, if you're matched up with 2 or more defenders, including this collection Jito, then I think you're not gonna be able to dodge this guy, right? Yeah. So from the beginning, for those who are not able to put all S rank skills, even for these people, he has A rank interception and A rank tackle, and it's not that hard today to raise these skills to a certain level, especially tackle. If you have there is SR Jito who has power tackle, so you could raise, I don't remember if this Jito had power tackle or some other tackle, but even if this guy doesn't have power tackle, you could take it from the SR by using the removal card. And it's not that hard to level power tackle because there's so many characters that have power tackle A who are SR cards. Yeah, and even from the Dream Pot today, you can get it from Rob, Sen, and Jito, right? But one thing that's a bit hard is you have to use removal card because Jito SR only has power tackle A as a sub skill. That's it. But once you take it out and teach it to this Jito, it's gonna be pretty easy to raise his tackle. So when that happens, even if you don't have S rank tackle, you'll be able to reach a pretty good level pretty quickly. So this Jito, collection Jito, is a beast for sure. Of course, there is a limit that you have to guess opponent's move to get the 16k, but once you do that, right, it's gonna be a beast. And yeah, and even if you don't get the Insight Master, he still has everything on the mid 9,000s, or yeah, somewhere around 9,000, whatever move you choose. So it's still pretty good. Of course, compared to Dream Collection other characters, normally Dream Collection characters have like edgy stats on something. So if you compare to that edgy part, I don't think he could win. But he has everything on the 9,000s, so that's a good thing for a defender, I think. Yeah. So my evaluation for this Jito is he's a beast. Yeah. So let's move on to the new passive characters that got new passives. Starting off with Raiju Hyuga. This is Raiju Hyuga. So he got GK killer, goalkeeper killer, goalie killer. So when he reaches a goalie with any shot, all his parameter will be boosted by 10%. So that means everything gets boosted, but it's mainly only shooting power. Shot and power matters. So if you look at his shot on the right row, second to the top, 12,473. So, well, exactly, to be exact, it's third to the top, 12,473 will be the new shooting stat of this Raiju Hyuga, which is really strong. Because 12,473 is like Fest Napoleon with Pierre. I just mentioned that his shooting stats, overall shooting stats, is 12,687. So this Raiju will have 12,473. That's like only like 190 difference, right? So now this Raiju is at Fest Napoleon level when it comes to shot, and when you're looking at it from the GK point of view. Yeah. So this guy is gonna be really strong shooter, even better than before. But you have to be careful when someone like him matches up against the Dream Collection Jito. It's gonna be really hard, I think, to dodge it, because Jito side will know that Hyuga only has shot, right? Someone like this Hyuga or Margus, Dream Collection Margus, there are some characters who are really edgy on just one part, like shot. And if that is the case, then if you match up with Jito, all Jito has to do is just block that strong part of the opponent character, and when you get when he guesses the right move, then he'll get 16k. So yeah, it's gonna really be hard to get through Dream Collection Jito with someone like this Hyuga. But still, if you look at it from the if you successfully reach the opponent goalie, the goalie will have to fight against this 12,473, and he has Raiju shot, which is super strong. So yeah, for sure, this Raiju is now really strong. He's gonna be like at the same level as one of the best shooters in the game, like Napoleon, Fest Schneider, Fest Santana, Tsubasa, Red Tsubasa, or Green Riverwall when full power is on. Yeah, he's gonna be at that level. So yeah, he is for sure a super strong shooter. But you have to be careful that it only works against goalie. Yeah. So he is strong. Next comes Shoshunko. So his passive that he got is all skills will be boosted by 15%. It's good. It's really good, because this Shoshunko, he has shot as a main skill, S rank shot, but he also has block and interception. So he could do both offensive and defensive. So it's good that this guy got skill power boost for everything, rather than like only tackle or only interception, which is for many characters, right? So because he could do both, it's good that he got 15% boost for everything. Yeah. So if you look at the bottom, from the it's only in kanji or Japanese characters, so it might be hard for you to understand. But where it says S, if you look on the right, it says 450 to 518. That's the shot. And next to that, block A is 320 to 368. Next is interception A. That's also 320 to 368. And on the bottom is the tackle B, which is event skill, which you were able to trade from the recent shop. That will become 210 to 242 with the 15% boost. So all his skills will be really strong after 15%. So even compared to the recent defenders or DMFs or DMs, I think he's gonna be really strong when he uses his skill, any skill. Yeah. So I think now he is at the level of a recent character, which is good. Yeah. And next is Chester. for Chester, I compared him with the past one. So on the left is Dream Collection Chester, blue one, who got the new passive this time, which is combination cults. When he's used together with cults, he gets 10% boost, and when you do the 10%, it's on the right row. So his pass and shot will exceed 10k, which is super strong, I think. His shot will be around Fest Diaz, and his pass is 10,000 and above, so I don't know who is around there, but he's gonna be strong, for sure. And if you compare this Chester after the new passive with all the past ones, middle one is the normal transfer Chester, who has the passive Stamina Killer. And on the right is the national team kit Chester, who came at the first round. And even compared to these characters, as you can see, this Dream Collection Chester I think is the best, especially after the cults passive. So definitely for those who have national team cults, who is blue type, it's gonna be a really good match with this new passive. So yeah, this guy will be a very good AM midfielder who can do both shot and pass at a really high level. And recently with the Dream Pot Chester, you're now able to get loop shot A. So this shooting power will be really good, because it's really easy to raise loop shot A, because you can get it from cults as well. So yeah, I think many of you have pretty good level loop shot already. So if you put that to this Chester, I think it will be very good. Yeah. So no doubt, because it's simply that just by putting cults together with this Chester, you'll basically have this right row super strong stats all the time. So yeah, this guy I think is one of the best character this time from this time's new passive. Next comes Margus. So this guy got Insight Master 50% boost. 50% is pretty good. But unlike Jito, who's a defender, for someone like him forward, I think Insight Master isn't as good, because this does not work against goalie. It only works against field players, because there is no we don't match up against goalkeepers. So Insight Master is a passive which gives boost when you read the opponent's move right? But when it comes to going against goalkeepers, you don't read against goalkeepers. That means because of that, this Insight Master 50% boost will not work. So even if you successfully, thanks to this new passive, you might be able to dodge the opponent defender, and it might be easier for you to reach the goalie. But if at the end, you have to look at the middle roll, 10,756 against the goalie. Yeah. So that's why I wouldn't say this passive is so good. And also, because Margus doesn't have much skills, I don't think, if I remember correctly, I don't think he has any dribble skill. So even if you have Inside Master, you could only choose out of pass, or does he have pass? I forgot. Yeah, he does. Pass or shot. Or at least he has 1, 2, right? Yeah, see, so he only has two options, basically. So it's already weaker than Jito, because he only has 2. And also his defensive stats will be really good if you read the right option. But this guy doesn't have much defensive skill either. So it doesn't really match the environment he's in, this passive. So due to that reason, yeah, I don't think this Insight Master is as good as how I evaluated Jito. Yeah, to be honest, frankly speaking. Okay, so that was Margus, and comes the 3 GKs. First, starting off with Wakabayashi, SGGK. He got type link toughness, and he gets all parameter boost by 10%. And when that happens, his stats will become 8,444 for punch and 10,333 for catch, as you can see here on the right row. On the left is the SGGK, as you can see, and on the right, as a comparison, is the green Wakabayashi from 2017. The reason why I put him next to him is because the figures are really close. And even compared to the green Wakabayashi, this very first SGGK Wakabayashi is now really close. Even, the catch stats difference is only like 900, right? And when it comes to punch, he exceeds green Wakabayashi. Yeah. So for those who is using this Wakabayashi, I think you could be, well, I think it would have been better if Clab gave this Wakabayashi maybe 15% boost, because people who's using green Wakabayashi might argue, but my point of saying that is this game, the goalie is super important. Everyone knows that, it's obvious, right? But today, right, only point where you can get strong or decent goalie is at Dream Collection. And characters who are called very strong, like the new red Wakabayashi or new blue Mueller, you're not able to get these anymore. It was like a limited time thing, right? So if you take those out, the best goalie you can get today in this game is from Dream Collection, right? But that means, many people who might want to start this game will not be able to get a good goalie as a start. Even if you do a reroll, you can't get Dream Collection characters. Only for those who started at like a mid of month, right? So I wanted a normal gacha goalie to be strong so that everyone has the chance to get it anytime, Not only people who is just starting the game, but even for those who are already playing. I think it would be good for everyone to be able to get a decent goalie anytime from a normal transfer. That's why I wanted to have, I wished this Wakabayashi had a little bit better passive, but even with the 10%, I think he's much better, of course, and he's now very close to green Wakabayashi. So I think it's good. Okay, so next is Gino. Green Gino. For those who have this, I think you could be very happy because he gets 20% type link for skill type. And if you're able, that goes also to Wakabayashi, but if you're able to put everyone green, you get 20%. But because his boost is bigger than Wakabayashi, that means if you can't put everyone green and if you lack like one or two character, that means you'll lose 2% per each character that you lack. So it's gonna be a bigger risk. The more percentage boost, the bigger risk you have for not being able to put all green type. So be careful for that point. But if you're able to put all 10 characters or 11 characters green, including this Gino, you'll get 20% boost. And when that happens, he will be much stronger than how he was. So his catching stats will be 10,900 and his punching stats will be 8,800. And if you compare that with Dream Collection Xeno, it's really close. Even for catch, it's only like 200 difference. That's like around the same already. And his punching stats is like exceeds the Dream Collection by 2,000 or more. So because Xeno has so many skills from all the variety of characters from SR or R or whatever, it's really, he could put like, he has punching skills and he has a raid skill, I think, a punching raid. So it's good that he has a higher punching stats. Even compared to Dream Collection, he's way better now, and his catching stats is really close to Dream Collection. So even better than Wakabayashi, I think, if you are able to put all characters green, of course. Yeah. So, whoops. So yeah. For those who have this green Gino, you'll now be able to really use him, especially if you're using green team. So please be happy about this passive. It's really good. Um, it's not that the difference is pretty not that big compared to this red Wakabayashi, because red Wakabayashi's original stat was better than Zeno. So although he only gets 10, he exceeds 10,000. Yeah, for catch. So they're both good, but for Zeno, because he gets 20, he's really close. He's even closer to Dream Collection Zeno. Yeah, so that's why I think Zeno is a bit better than Wakabayashi this time. I think he's the best goalie after the passive out of the three. Yeah. And comes Espadas, last but not least, Espadas. Thanks to his 25% boost, passive boost for agility link, he'll get 10,514 for catch and 9,237 for punch. It's if you look at everything overall, it's like the same 19,752, 19,000. Yeah, it's really close to Zeno, but because he's a bit more balanced character compared to Zeno, who was more edgy on catch. I would say Zeno might be more easier to use, but if you look at the comparison, the right one is the Dream Collection Espadas. So yeah, even compared to Dream Collection Espadas, this guy, well, if you compare his catch, this old blue Espadas catch to Dream Collection Espadas punch, the difference is only like 800. So it's like Wakabayashi's difference. Yeah, but his punching stats, 9,200, is really high. So yeah, he could basically do both at a quite high level. So it's good for sure. So for those who are using blue type team who were lacking a good goalie, this guy might be your savior. But you have to be careful because his passive is 25%. That means you have a bigger risk, even compared to Zeno. If you lack even one character, you get 2.5% less boost. Yeah, every character you lack, you'll get 2.5% less for this boost. So for those who lack several characters, who can't put everything agility, you have to be careful because you have a bigger minus compared to Zeno and Wakabayashi because his boost is big at the end. Yeah, but still, if you're able to put everyone agility, this guy is really strong. I think. I mean, not well. Compared to, of course, compared to the very new Red Wakabayashi or Blue Mueller, all these three characters aren't at that level, of course. But still, compared to the goalkeeper, out of the goalkeepers that you're able to get now, after the first year and I think these three goalkeepers are now at the Dream Collection level, so they are good for sure. They are good. Yeah. So for those who are having hard time because you only had these goalkeepers without passive, you'll now have after the passive Dream Collection level goalkeeper. So you'll probably be able to save more goals than before. So please do try to make your team with one color for those who are using these goalkeepers, so that you have a better boost. Yeah. So everyone, I think, was pretty good this time. Well, frankly speaking, I wouldn't say there was any monster characters with the new passives. Maybe Hyuga was probably the closest, but still, like compared to Green Misaki or like Nankatsu Tsubasa or Blue Pierre, no one I would say is not at that level. But still, everyone, well, except for Marius, got a pretty decent passive, I would say. So yeah, for those who have these characters should be happy about it, and please try it for yourself to see how strong they are now. Yeah. So that's about it for today. Thanks for watching. Please do subscribe for those who haven't yet, and stay tuned for my future video. Bye.